Hi
Hi,
everyone.
everyone.
Hi,
Hey
everyone.
guys.
What's up?
Welcome to
Well,
episode
Definitely
2 of our
wasn't terrible.
podcast. Let's go in with some quick intros. I'm D. This week, we're going to go with what we're thankful for and our favorite Thanksgiving side. I'm thankful to actually have met everyone in this podcast. Everyone's been so nice, so informative. Um, One thing outside of the game I'm thankful for is I got to see a lot of family over Thanksgiving that I don't usually see on my day to day. And my favorite Thanksgiving side is gonna have to be stuffing.
Okay, I'll go next. I'm Milan. My favorite. Well, I'm thankful for Sonja. Really like her. Um,
Nice.
pretty basic. That's about it though. For Thanksgiving, I like turkey.
I guess I'll go next. My name is Steven. So what I am thankful for is the fact that I can beat people in arena for once again. It's a great feeling. I'm British, so I didn't celebrate Thanksgiving. But if I did, my favorite thing would be eating because I like food.
What's your favorite holiday side?
Ooh, pigs and blankets.
Ooh, that's always good.
wait, what?
What is
What's that?
that?
It's a small, like a very small sausage, and it's wrapped in bacon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yum
We have
yum.
it over here in the UK for Christmas, like all the time.
Pork on pork, can't go wrong.
Yes, sir.
Star Lord, Mauler expert, not my words, and Supreme Arena enjoyer.
you
You
forgot
usually
was
find
late
me
last
there.
time.
Oh yeah, totally planned.
Favorite Thanksgiving
Making an
side.
entrance, right? My favorite Thanksgiving side is probably sweet potato casserole, and I'm
Mmm.
thankful that we finally have mythic charms. But oh my God, please, Duras, why are you like this? Give me the ones I need.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go next then. My name is Jimmy, Jimmy the Great. I guess I'm thankful for how big the channel's gotten in 1 week. We're at 56 subs right now. We're at 785 views. That's crazy. It's only been like a week. My favorite Thanksgiving side would be apple pie.
Ooh, dessert.
Hmm.
Nice.
I guess I'll go next.
Last
I'm
but not
Pho
least.
or Pho.
Or Fifi.
I'm or Fifi. What I'm
Mainly
thankful
Phoenix.
for is being invited onto this podcast to share my thoughts on various topics. What
Definitely
I'm
not the
thankful
shit
for
talk.
outside of game is I didn't get to visit my family, but I did get to hang out with friends and have a couple of Friendsgiving get-togethers. I'm thankful for that.
Friendsgiving's nice.
Hmm.
Uh, my favorite side would be mac and cheese.
Ooh, yummy. I'm lactose.
Valid.
I can't enjoy it that much, but I still always have some because lactose intolerance is not that serious. This week, we're going to have a pretty packed week. We're going to go with, news about the community in the game. We're going to talk about Sonja for our hero spotlight. We're going to do BD analysis. That's going to be a hot one.
Mm.
And we're going to talk about charms with Star. He put together a nice charm sheet. And then after that, we're going to do Q&A with Steph and his stream. And let's start off with our news and update. What's up, Asperia? Jimmy's going to take it away
Uh,
on this one.
all right. So this week, yeah, Crystal Clash coming back. So if you need to put a hit on somebody, this is the week. Then we had Ravage Realm coming back. You know, this is the time all those Salazards come back up. We had Sonya dropping.
Yeah, so
Oh.
what do you guys like most about Crystal Clash?
I don't.
You don't.
I hate Crystal Crash with the fucking passion.
What
I
Wow.
part of
love
Crystal
Crystal
Clash do you
Clash.
what part of Crystal Clash do you dislike the most? Like what
It's it's
really
it's the going out and exploring the map and having to find the high ones. It's
Mhm.
just for me, it's just super frustrating, especially when it was in season one. That's where it really ruined me with season one because they were all across the map and very rare to find, and especially because of me in the UK, the time schedule.
Mm.
Everyone, my server is mostly either American or Southeast Asia. So what happens is everyone's on a reset, does their stuff. I go to work, finish work, go and do Crystal Clash. Nobody's there.
Oh.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that's rough.
All right. Well, chat and viewers, you heard it. Hit up hit up Steven when you need some Crystal Clash help. Help him out so he doesn't have to go searching. I don't okay, so I think season 1 was actually okay for Crystal Clash. There wasn't that many spots. This season, it's all
So
over the
many.
map. I have to
Yeah.
travel to like 10 different waypoints to find
At
it.
least they labeled the waypoints this time.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yes,
say
that
that's
is very
really
true.
helpful.
You know what crazy is? Even though there's so many, I still get hit by the same person.
Yeah, well,
I don't think
It's
that's a
almost like they're looking.
coincidence.
It's almost like they're
Yeah.
looking for you or something.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
know, right? That's crazy.
I think the irony
Yeah.
here is Jimmy puts together a hit list, but he's the one that gets hit the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. The
Well-
second anyone sees this Crystal, instant screenshot
On site.
posted. Yeah, no. The whole guild starts running over to it.
24 hours a day.
Yeah.
We're utilizing our time zones.
Yeah.
Yep.
Milan, what's your favorite part about Crystal Clash? Because I know you love it.
Yes. Well, I love that you could use like any teams. I've been using a lot of like light bearer teams with Sonja, especially now. Greyborn teams with Hodgkin. Pretty much you could use anything there and it's viable, which is honestly like really cool. That's my favorite part.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I think I also like Crystal Clash for the same reasons. I like being able to use a lot of heroes I don't regularly use. Like, for the most part, obviously, I'm using like my Supreme Arena teams, but sometimes when you have to do, I don't know, 5 or 6 teams, then you get to really become creative with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Phoenix, what's your take on Crystal Clash?
I love Crystal Clash. There are people that I like hunting down, so that's the reason why I love Crystal Clash. I do have some gripes. I hate playing Crystal Clash on my phone since it doesn't load all the crystals, so I kind of have to play it on your
Yeah.
computer. So like on PC, the experience is pretty nice. On phone, it's pretty mediocre. I do like the QOL they added this round, where if it's a empty defense, it instantly gives you credit and 5 units without having to actually go inside and place 5 random units. And it now saves your assist teams between attacks.
I love both those quality of
Yeah.
life as well. It's so nice.
For sure.
For sure.
I don't like how if you retry attacks, it sometimes still randomly empties your team.
Yep.
There needs to be some consistency for
Yeah,
sure.
and no saved formations. That needs to be added.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely could be added to that. But I do agree with the this auto saving the assist teams, because I'm someone who doesn't do that.
You forget to deploy it.
For
No,
sure.
because my guild, one of my guildies who usually eventually ends up sending me everything, it's always like set an assist team, and they didn't do it this time, but I said it and was like, had a look and I was like, oh, it's actually set up already. So I didn't even realize that this change was added. I think
Yeah.
I'm not
I know.
I really like the change. It's a little quality of life here and there. Hopefully there's more quality of life for Crystal Clash, because I personally do like the mode as well. But there are things here and there that can help out. For sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe more AI crystals that are more 870s. Hit us with those 870s, Lilith. What are we rationing for? It's a fun mode for everyone to just
getting
get
the
all the rewards,
rewards.
right? So it's just for completion. Just just give it to us.
Time getting the rewards. I don't want
Right?
to have to, do this for multiple days. Let me just farm one day and get it over with.
Yeah.
I do like it for a couple days at least.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, it ends up like Titan Reaver. But well, Ravage Realm, that's coming back next patch. Did you guys enjoy Ravage Realm on the previous season?
I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
As the person who was rank 1 in my district, yes, I
Same.
did love it.
Same.
Oof.
Me as a player in this game, majority of my units are all the same level. So I'm above certain people on my server that have P4s, and I have minimum P3. But majority of my units are P2. So having the ability to kind of be able to use every unit effectively, great feeling.
100%. And you're able to use like a lot of niche units. Like I think this Crystal
Yeah.
Clash, Hodgkin is coming back, calling it
Nero
down.
Yeah.
was used in the last one temporarily.
Yeah, his
That was
charm skill is
pretty.
actually really good. Might come back again too.
I hope so. Maybe
Yeah,
we'll
well,
see
that's
Kath.
coming next patch, and that's
Maybe
gonna
we'll
be
see
pretty
Kathra.
exciting.
No.
I think
Hey,
getting a buff.
Capra's mythic
Capra's
charms are
getting a
actually
buff.
pretty spicy this
the
season.
funny thing is I think I've used every single unit in some form of content, and it's actually been viable, except for maybe just Kathra. Like I think
Really?
Atlanta was temporarily used in some event for like maybe
Mhm.
at half a day, but
The
then
plus 15
Kathra,
Valen.
Valen, was-
The plus
Va-
15 Valen was worth it.
yeah,
Don't say anything.
I
It was
have
worth
plus
it.
15
Just keep it
Valen,
at that.
but
That's what I'm saying. It was worth it.
it'd be nice to see teams, depending on what the bosses are, or what the boss is rather, and have new units be able to come through and be made of use.
100%.
Yeah, so that's gonna be exciting for next patch. One thing that actually this is a fun question. What's your guys' favorite like off meta, not like or niche hero? Like who do you think
Dino.
like has a cool design but obviously just doesn't get to play because sorry, sad kid.
Dino.
Dino gets played
What?
too much. He gets played.
I
He
wouldn't
gets
say he's off
played.
meta.
He
He's
gets
not-
played a
used in
good
PvP.
amount.
Only in
He
PvP
gets
though.
played yeah, but PvP is a good amount in this game.
Okay.
Mhm.
He's like one of the best units in PvP.
Yeah.
Well, I know Jimmy's is Valen.
Yeah.
I like
Hey.
Florbell. It's a shame she like
You know
lost a lot of her value.
For me,
Yeah.
actually, Temesia. She was used in preseason and hasn't been used since.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be in the
Yeah.
same boat as
She's used a
Florbell,
little
right?
then.
Florbell,
Yeah.
Temesia, both a little bit phased out.
Florabelle.
Temesia's still going hard in the AFK stages though.
Yeah. I think because Florabelle.
Florbell makes an
I can't-
appearance there too.
Yeah. She was a. I'm trying to think what she was used instead of. I think it was Arden.
Who,
I think
Flora or Temesia?
Flora. I think she was
Flora
used
is
instead of
used
Arden.
instead of Arden when the other team has a Damien one-shotting your team one at a
Yeah.
time.
Oh
Yep.
my god.
You gotta sacrifice Florbell's orphans.
No.
Yep.
Don't worry, she pops
Kill
out
the
more. It's
To
fine.
be honest, Floribel's
It's an
still pretty
orphan
good for
factory.
stall, like a regular Wilder stall.
No, she's not
Mhm.
bad. It's
Like
just
with
she's not as
Perluda.
strong as she used to. She has
There
a
are
really
too many
cool
good
kit, too.
wilders.
Yeah.
Brother Star,
Mhm.
what's your favorite part or least favorite part of Crystal Clash? I forgot to ask you.
Just trying out teams in general. I like to use. When I'm playing Crystal Clash, I start from the bottom of my
Mhm.
roster and I work the way up. That's how
Oh,
I play. Like, if a battle's really hard, I can like scroll a bit higher up. Maybe I need somebody that's like 3-star, or maybe I need a P1. Like. But I like starting down and then working up.
definitely, I can see that.
Mhm.
It's
Is there any
it's also
community
like
events you guys want to shout out this week?
Don't know actually.
No.
Well, one for me is even though I'm not participating in it, Analytica's hosting the Friendly Duels tournament, and that has been
Oh yeah.
pretty fun to follow. I haven't
Yeah.
really had time this. I didn't have time, so I didn't
Milan.
join it this time.
Anyone have juicy drama?
We
Yeah,
got
me
some
and
friendly,
Milan.
we got some
Shares?
I
friendly
know what you're talking
rivalries
about.
in the
hey,
pod.
hey Milan.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
How's it going?
We got beef.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
you guys got to shake hands and make up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But the
Sure.
hottest topic of this week is gonna be, new character, Sonja. Milan did a lot of testing with Sonja this week. He'll go ahead and tell us what your experience was, Milan, and we'll jump in after.
Yeah. So it's a hot topic. really hot topic. I think she was definitely a lot overhyped, and I've seen a lot of people comparing her to Lily May for like the in terms of power level, and I think that's like really far. For sure, she has her moments, but she has a really major downside in the fact that you need to have units like positioned next to her on her left and right in order to like get the buffs. And on some maps, it's just literally impossible, and it's really hard, especially in PvP. And even in Dream Realm, it's units like Rainier and Fiesta where you need like they also require certain positioning. It's really tough to actually get value out of her buffs. So it's like I don't know, it's really hard to get use out of her. But when she does have her like she's set up properly, she can really do some damage and provide really strong buffs. It's like the strongest buffs in the game by far.
Yeah, I agree with that. It seems like she's very much on the stronger side. It's just how she's going to be utilized, really.
Yeah, it's just like her positioning problem, and she's like really squishy at times. Feels like you need to have her on the Mauler tile in order for her to even live, because if she dies, all her buffs just evaporate. So she needs to be
Yeah.
like alive.
Is she worth putting on a Mauler tile versus, I don't know, either like straight up another Mauler or another hero?
Well, I think it is 100% worth it. It's just like sometimes if you put her on that tile, again, you can't really get units on her left and right. But like it is worth it because she can actually deal a lot of damage, and like I said earlier, it keeps her alive a lot longer.
Everyone should
Yeah.
P1 her.
Yeah, Jimmy P1'd her,
100%.
so he has to copium
Yeah,
that she's worth it.
I wasn't forced to. I definitely wasn't forced to. You know,
Yeah.
it was not.
Blink,
There wasn't a gun
Jimmy,
in my
blink
head.
twice if you're not okay.
Every definitely wasn't sent to my doors.
Yeah.
For me personally, I haven't really used her much in PvP, just from all the things I've heard. For PvE, she's been really hot in Dream Realm, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, she is really good in Dream
Oh
Realm.
yeah. Did you see the new team today?
Oh, is there some Sonja spice?
There's a Sonya Ludovic team today in Orson that I think the highest score I saw with it was 88 billion.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to
Oh,
give that a try after this.
I'm gonna give that a try after I finish this Crystal Clash.
Nice.
It's
So,
you know, if anyone wants to check, it's in the chat. But I'm surprised. It's like right up there with Harak teams.
that's no,
Right.
that's really
Oh.
good.
So you're saying Harak is not in this Sonja team
No,
for oh,
That's controversial.
that is, but I think that's also good because I mean most of us are pretty well invested into our accounts, so we all have Harak.
Mm-hmm.
But for those that couldn't, pop a full Harak off the bat, you have Sonja as as backup.
Yeah, no, she's
Yeah.
really good to like bridge the gap between like a non-Heroic team and a Heroic team. But
Like
something else, can
even
I?
yesterday she had a comp that was comparable.
Is that the
Yeah.
real pesto behind Ludo or fake?
yes, the real.
Okay. I
Mhm.
will
The real
demonstrate it
Slim
on
Shady.
stream.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Mm-hmm.
No.
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 Milan, it's you. No.
Damn.
Nah,
Okay.
You can ask
I'm
me
kidding.
anything, brother.
Ask a question.
So, who would you guys think is the better unit overall between Cassie and Sonya? Like, if someone had to, let's say they had Nara or Hodgkin, and they had to use their swap ticket on one of those two, right now, which one would you tell them to swap? Because I know a
Good
lot of
question.
people are in that situation.
Sonya. Sonya.
I think
Just
for
because she's
overall
good at
game, it would
meaty.
be
Uh,
Sonja. Cassie's really hot for AFK stages and for PvP, but if you're gonna want to juice your Dream Realm if you're gonna be a person that has to make that kind of choice, and so
Yeah.
it has to be Sonja.
By the
yeah.
way, for
Those
the
are like the
Sonya team
biggest
to
thing.
really work, you need to have mythic charms like Arcane or Insight. She needs the 5 skill power to make her stun 2 seconds, so it takes off stacks.
Mm,
I
Let me
just wanted
see.
to mention that.
damn, he hit Phoenix with a skill issue, dude.
Damn.
But
Yeah, when we
Damn,
get
he
to
has
the
that
charm
skill issue
topic, I
soundboard.
have a lot to complain about.
um, yeah. stack that up. Okay. Also, what do you guys feel about so this season tiles have unlocked a lot of things. Tassie with the light bearer tiles, obviously for AFK stages. Tassie with smaller tiles for PvP. Um, those are the two places I see her in the most. What do you
Mm.
guys think about how these two heroes would be without the tiles?
Tassie and Sonja.
Mm-hmm.
I
I've
think
seen a lot of people say that Tassie will fall off once the tiles are gone, but
Yeah, I
I
agree.
do still see Tassie in
nah.
regular arena
I disagree.
where there's
Yeah.
no tiles, so
I
I
disagree.
think she's still
I don't even use.
fine.
Yeah, you don't need her with tiles. I rarely even put her on
Like
tiles,
she's
to be
broken
honest.
with the tiles, but
Yeah,
I
me
don't
neither.
think she needs them.
I don't honestly. I think in PvP, Sonja needs the tiles more. Like I was saying, like you pretty much need Mauler tiles to keep her alive. And like without tiles, unless they introduce some new mechanic to keep your units alive next season, Sonja is just gonna like fall apart. Like she is as weak as like Makola or like Sinbad is.
Yeah, Sonya's
And
biggest weakness is she's super squishy.
Just
yeah,
paper.
I think
It will
Sonja
be
relies on it more. To be honest.
But PvE versus PvP, I'm still gonna pick Sonja just simply
Yeah.
for DR
Yeah,
juice.
I think
Yeah.
if
For
you
free to
are in
play,
a
yellows are the
situation where
biggest
you
thing.
have to choose between the two, you're not a whale, so you shouldn't be caring about PvP, so you'd pick
Mhm.
Sonya.
yeah.
If you're a
Damn.
whale, then you can care about PvP and Tassie, but then you'll have both because you're a whale, right?
Yeah, but I
Mhm.
feel like
Mhm.
Tassie is also really good in AFK stages, which is a huge portion, especially early season.
That's
I mean,
true.
some people would say she's necessary.
Actually,
Yeah,
yeah,
Like
like
at least to
when
stay
you think about,
competitive.
because there are a few Duras that it's
yeah.
super hard to clear without Tassie.
You like can't. That's why I
Yeah,
would say Tassie above Sonja.
that's actually a good point.
That goes for various Duras though. Like there's one where you need a juiced Hodgkins. There's one where you need a juiced Nara. They're
I
just
don't no.
Not as
There's
influential
one
as
where,
Tassie.
but there are alternatives. Like
Yeah.
Shakir for a lot of
Yeah.
those Hodgkin ones
Mhm.
works. For the Tassie ones, I'm pretty sure it's just Tassie.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm playing on like an account without Tassie built. It is impossible. Like I cannot. Like those are the only ones that I can't get past.
Yeah.
The other buffed units are just terrible. So
Have you
it's...
tried being lucky?
Yes, Steve. Yes, I tried. Yeah.
Well,
But did you
yeah,
try
I agree.
really
So
hard?
One more thing I will add for the whale viewers, I would Paragon Tassie before I Paragon Sonja.
Yep.
If you have
Mhm.
both.
that's a lie. Don't listen to him. P1
Agreed.
Sonya all the way.
I feel like you're
P1
not gonna,
Sonya all the way.
yeah,
Don't listen to him.
you're not gonna use Sonya in PvP as much compared to Tassie, so Tassie will take the Paragon priority.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
Sonja doesn't need. Actually, here's another topic. Sonja doesn't need to be high built, I don't think, to be used. Her buffs is similar to Makola, where they're just like percentage based and not based
Oh.
on her own attack and whatnot. So you could just use her
But
at
she,
low copies and
but
still
she
get
does
value.
need to live.
No, I'm talking about in Dream Realm.
Oh yeah,
Like
Dream
with
Realm.
like
Yeah,
Makola, like where you don't need super high S plus in order to use her. I do think a lot of her damage comes from like her like having the stats and her Mystic plus and whatnot, but you could use her at low.
Wait, isn't it in Sonya's kit that after she does her first ult, like the buffs stick to the units that she's
For
buffing?
pardon?
So wouldn't you say that if you get her up to Mythic Plus, then she doesn't need to live as much?
No, I mean I agree. Any unit would benefit, but I'm just saying for Dream Realm specifically, you could use her at lower levels. Like on the topic where like you
Mhm.
swap your Nara with Tassie, and you pull like only like 1 or 2 copies of Sonja, you could still use that for Dream Realm. But like Tassie, you need to have high investment, especially for PvP.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, I agree with that.
What would you
You
say
get
is
a
the minimum
first-hand
investment for
experience with
Sonja?
that, don't you, Milan?
Is Sonja a one copy wonder, or would you say M plus minimum?
No, I would say she. I mean, for PV, no, sorry, for Dream Realm, she can be used at low copies. Of course, her damage comes from like being at higher investment, but
Mhm.
her buffs are like the same pretty much, even at lower copy for Dream Realm purposes.
Okay, like essentially, would you say she's like Brutus, Rowan, Makola, or like Raynor in
Yeah.
level of investment.
Hmm.
No, which?
I mean, it's hard to say. I don't think it's just one or the other. I think you can, like, you have the option of using her at lower investment, like Makola. Like, I think she's a Makola of light bearers, but of course, like, she does damage herself, like Sinbad,
I agree with that
and
too.
you want her to, like, be higher level. But,
Okay.
like, you can use her at lower if you have her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, even though Titan Reaver is more or less over, did anyone redo their Titan Reavers using Sonja?
I've not done it yet, but I will be.
I have
Oh,
not touched
okay.
it since day one.
Yeah.
Me either.
Well, how do you guys feel about Titan Reaver, the event?
Man.
It's shit.
I thought it was gonna be so much more fun than
I
what we
like the
got.
concept. I hate the execution, just like a lot of game modes.
Yeah.
I'm with
They
you
should
on
have
that.
gave daily
Yeah.
rewards.
If it
Should've
Titan
gave
switched,
Reaver
daily
was
rewards.
solved in like an hour,
yeah, no.
and we haven't touched it since.
If they switch, like how I thought it would be is every day it's 2 different bosses, and if they switched it daily, I would have actually really liked the mode. But like they didn't.
I think daily
touch
would
it
have
at
been a little
all.
bit too much. That would have been like Dream Realm-ish. Maybe like either every couple days or at the longest once a week. I think would have been cool.
No, I think they should have made it every day, and then they should have given daily rewards like more yellows every single day based off of ranking, because they do have a
Yeah.
ranking based on Titan Reaver. So if they made it another daily thing and then they gave yellows, that would have been really good,
Yeah.
especially for free to play.
I think that would have been cool too. But there are a lot of people out there that want a more chill back gaming experience compared to us sweatier folks. So maybe
Yeah, but there's
like
also
I said,
people that
somewhere
want
in
yellows.
between would be nice.
There's also people that want yellows. That would have
Yeah.
been a good way to give them yellows.
I
That's
want more
true.
yellows.
Yeah. Who
Me
doesn't?
too.
Right? Man,
So,
When I
the
get
yeah.
my
liquid gold.
plus 15.
Overall, good try on Titan Reaver Lilith. Please make it even better. It's a great concept. Let's just juice it up.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I-
hot topic of this week. Y'all ready?
Yes.
We're
Yep.
talking battle drills.
Oh god, I have to
And
stop playing the game
specifically,
now.
Steven wanted to come on to talk about battle drills. So I'm going to let Steven take it
Yeah.
away.
Okay. Like, I've got to stop playing the game now. I've got to actually focus.
Mhm.
Alright.
Much
So
appreciated.
battle drills. There's. I wanted to talk about it from a general overview and a specific overview. So if we talk about from the general overview, how do we feel like battle drills has gone? Because in my opinion, I think preseason was a good start, and then the last 2 seasons, it's been good. Don't get me wrong, but the big thing is the rewards. And
Mm-hmm.
last season we only had 2 maps. This season we've had 2
Mhm.
maps. Well, only one of them was new, and they're rotating every single time.
Yeah.
So it's for me, it as somebody who is so involved when it comes to battle drills, as in like the specifics of teams and organizing my guild when it comes to running a certain way. How do we feel the general overview is when it comes to just the general maps being the key and the rewards as well?
Yeah, so I mean, I'm in a similar boat as you in terms of I do a lot of like specifically like theory crafting with teams, and I mean I really love that part. I just agree that we really need new content in terms of maps, and like you said, rewards because you spend so much time making teams, organizing the guilds, pathing and just playing the mode, but you feel like you don't get rewarded for it at all. And
Yep.
it's like, I don't know, it just feels like a waste of time at times, which sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot more people find it as a chore because they're only in it for the rewards and there's not much, right?
Mm-hmm.
The only
Yeah.
people that are really sweating it we're trying to get up on that world leaderboard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I do love
Because otherwise,
the
we're all
actual
getting the same
gameplay
reward,
of it.
whether you're rank 1 world or rank 1,000, as long as you fucking complete it.
Mm-hmm.
I think the 4-day break in between is so bad. They should give
Yep.
more time in between.
I mean, this
Especially if it's
last
2
one
maps,
was
right?
they gave a week, and I hope that's not a one-off, and
Yeah.
that will be like the
The norm.
The norm,
Mhm.
yeah.
Now,
Yeah,
let's say we do add, if we could make a wish to add rewards to battle drills, it's going to be essences. We all need yellow
yeah,
essences.
Stargazers, Scam Gazers.
Scam gazers
We
might be
need
a
more
stretch,
scammies.
but yellow essence, I think,
yeah,
can probably work it
I
in.
mean, look at
Would you want
Crystal
it?
Clash Runs. They gave
Yeah.
Stargazers there and yellows.
yeah.
Would
Good
you
They
point.
should
want
give guild medals, and
would
they
you
should give
want the
more guild
Yeah,
medals
yellow
then.
essences or red essence to be a direct reward of battle drills? Or do they add it to like the guild shop since you get a pretty good amount of guild coins
Mm,
from the battle drills?
honestly,
Would you insert it directly
No,
or indirectly?
put
n-
it in the battle
not in the guild
drills.
shop.
put it in the battle drills.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you
Because
want to use all your guild coins on sell hypos, not on like essences.
yeah, because the biggest thing when it comes to my guild is that's all the complaints are is, and I'll specifically, we had this discussion in my leaders chat, uh, and I can specifically read you the message that was sent. Was that the only reason that one of my leaders does it is because it's important for me in the global ranking, which was not a thing from last season. It's only been this season, which I'm going to talk about later anyway, which is my guild's personal experience. But literally,
Mhm.
the message says it's actually a joke that even those 2 3 day events you can clear in like 5 minutes give you all kinds of rewards. And Battle Trials is that pretty much gives the highest show of coordination for a guild, but will give a one-time 500 crystal reward. I put in the effort because I know it's important for you, but I would do a clear and not look back. And I do
Mm-hmm.
agree.
Yeah.
The big thing is that the reward for the time and effort is minimal. And especially because it's a top 5 reward as well. All you have to do is hit top 5 and you get the
Mm-hmm.
reward.
But top 5 is just a title, though, no?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's not even like it gives more diamonds or
No,
anything.
it's
It's a
just
it's a fleeting title.
I
Yeah.
think they should give more cosmetic rewards, like a better title, a title specifically for rank 1, rank 2 and 3, rank 4 and 5, and like actual cosmetics. That way
yeah,
they can give rewards based on ranking without people complaining that
yeah.
it's catered to whales or stuff
Mhm.
like that, right?
And
They sh-
especially from the whale map in season 1 as well. Everyone was complaining about that.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Um, before we talk about that whale map, one thing for me is I think they Lilith as like the game as a whole should utilize cosmetics a lot more than it currently is. I don't think they
Yeah,
realize how many people out there really love cosmetics in games. And I think player retention would be better because simply just for cosmetics, or even if there's like limited time things like now, like how we have like the Sylvana or the Viperian skin, if we have even more and better cosmetics, players will return. Like, let's say someone wants to like quit, they're gone for 2 weeks. Their buddy hits them up, be like, "Hey, check out what they added to the cosmetics store, right?" Or check
yeah,
out what they added for cosmetics for being a top battle drill or something. I think they need to really lean into cosmetic stuff for this. Not like
yeah,
hardcore, but definitely more than they are.
yeah. There needs to be a gateway into more cosmetics and more rewards that definitely feel more what am I looking for here? I don't know the word I'm looking for, so we'll move on from specifically what I was trying to
Yeah,
say.
I think
But the
cosmetic is a
base
good way to
the
maintain
base
power dynamic.
yeah, exactly. And the base rewards for every game mode that started when the game started is underwhelming. So
Mm-hmm.
you look at Honor Duel, you look at Battle Drills, you look at what was Dream Realm
Lavi,
last season,
Right.
like the
Lavi.
reward yeah, the rewards Arcane Labyrinth, another one. All
I
these
like
That's
okay,
rewards
I
Lavi.
like the Arcane Empress title though, I must say, but if it came with an outfit, more people would like well, they wouldn't like that mode, but they'll be more willing to do it.
yeah, it's just the rewards from everything that was preseason is lackluster. And
Mm-hmm.
all these short time events, or you look at guild supremacy, which I'm not even going to go into there. The rewards are a lot better and a lot more fruitful.
Mhm.
Like Crystal Clash up right now. All these rewards you can get for just hitting 3 things a day.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's good, but you specifically if you look at Battlefield, it's like the rewards you get. It's like great.
For the effort you're putting in too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like Clash Fronts, great comparison in the rewards. Shorter time span,
Mm-hmm.
way more rewards.
Mm-hmm.
I
Like
think if they
title
made
and 500 gems. No,
if they made battle drills today, they would have definitely added more rewards. I think they need to
Yeah.
revamp it. But
Yeah.
about what you
Speaking of battle drills, we all dislike that one map from season 1.
yeah.
Steph.
All
Good
of us.
segue. Good segue.
Okay. Well, Phoenix, did you like it?
I think it's my favorite map minus the superiority buff. Like I like the map.
Yeah.
I,
The map
it
was
was just
good.
the buff that was bad.
Yeah,
Right.
the map was
Mhm.
good.
Well,
You see, I
Steven.
loved watching the drama behind that map. The drama behind that map was beautiful.
Well, Steven, here's your platform. Say what you want about that map.
I actually completely agree with what Fo said. I think the map in itself was a great design.
Like
But
pathing wise.
pathing wise, yeah. But if we think about it, how many people actually got to endless on that map?
Fuck.
Barely anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I did.
So, yeah, well, great. Look what guild
It
you're
was
in.
actually
Anyway,
a challenging map.
it was a very challenging map, and it required a lot of coordination. But it could have definitely had the. And I'm specifically going to talk about the two. What was it? 68 path. Definitely could have had that toned down to maybe
Yeah.
like 30.
For the viewers at home, we're talking about the EX15 tower.
the one with
It
the coffin
was
boss.
yeah, it was quite frustrating as a guild for myself. And I'm going to talk about my personal guild's experience through battle drills after this part, but for where my guild was at the time, it was super frustrating to get the coordination for that. And a lot of people don't want to have that sort of coordination.
Some,
And it can end up being, and I know from guilds on my server, we have two other, not large ones, because compared to us, they're quite low down, but compared to in general, they didn't even, as far as I'm aware, reach map 2.
Oh shit.
Like we barely reached map 2 on the first one, and we were
The
halfway
first time
through.
around, I think same
Yeah.
here.
And the second time around, we were only halfway into map 2. Or no, not even. We were like 2 strongholds off of getting into endless.
Hmm.
something I
What?
did like about that map is it made
Mhm.
it pretty like clear where to go, because like it made you not want to go down that large pass like you said on the left and right. And
Yeah.
sort of because it had the supremacy buff, it sort of made clear indicators who should be attacking the boss and who should be attacking the strongholds in the path. So I do like how
Yeah.
they like tried to guide people in. Like, okay, go this way first, clear the bosses. You know, the whales attack bosses. Free to play attack the passing. Like they sort of pretty much guided everyone. And I do like that part of the map, but it was hard. And I know guilds who, like you said, just couldn't even do any damage to the boss because they had no big whales in their guild.
Yeah.
How did you guys feel about the drama that surrounded that map? Because there were guilds that did a little bit leave guild.
Oh yeah,
right?
the tech.
The tech.
That was fun. I was right in the middle of it. That was so fun to watching.
You were right. Jimmy being in the middle of drama, name a better duo.
Yeah.
Well, let's start off with Phoenix and Steven. How'd you well Phoenix you first. How'd you feel about that drama? Indifferent or
So I was indifferent because I I'm part of Ravens and we were the highest rank guild that did not touch that at all. So I
nice?
feel if anyone would be disrespected, it should be us. Because if we want to say disqualify the other guilds, we would be rank 1. But we also didn't care because we just want to score the highest possible that we can. we're not
Mhm.
really caring about what other guilds are doing. So
Mhm.
personally, we were indifferent. We did not care about doing it ourselves, and
Mm.
I'm proud that we were comparable with the other guilds despite not being involved in it at all.
Mm.
Mhm.
Was it a big difference in the end, or like what? Do you have like a number off the top of your head?
I
I can bring the thing up so I can have a look.
think so. Radiant was ahead of us, and we were second.
Oh,
Radiant,
okay.
that's part of why I'm indifferent because Radiant would still be ahead of us even if they weren't involved in it at all.
Yeah.
Like I don't, I'm not arguing that we would be ahead of them because I know that
Mm.
they are really.
So
Here
you
we are,
saying
Song of Strife. Here we
at the top end of the global rankings, it didn't make much of a difference. Probably in the middle area, it made more of a difference.
Here we are.
Mm.
So for round 5, which is what he's referencing here, Radiant was at 2,313 trillion damage, and Ravens was at 1,494 trillion.
Yeah, so there was a huge difference, but even without that, I don't think we would have gotten rank 1.
Steven, what was your experience?
We didn't actually, we weren't aware about it until round
Yeah,
5.
my guild was oblivious to it.
And our opinion was, wow, this is great, something we can use. And we found out you had to leave the guild, and we were like, never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Because
one
it's
other
too much
part of it got
micromanaged.
blown up because I don't think a lot of guilds took advantage of it. Like
No.
Mm.
people are trying to give excuses saying no, the reason we didn't do as well is because everyone's cheating.
The
I don't
copium
think
hits.
yeah, not many guilds knew about it and even fewer were taking advantage of it.
Yeah.
And not many
There
guilds would
was
have been as organized to take
yeah, like
advantage of it.
it takes organization to pull off. There
Yeah,
is a
way too
cost
Yeah.
much.
involved.
I could
There's
I
barely
that
think the
one
organize
most
guild
my
that
guild
caused
egregious
in
all the
regular.
example
drama.
was the 8 being ahead
Mm.
of Analytica for parts or all of it, and that's why red flags were raised.
All
Yeah,
right,
because
Jimmy, middle of the drama. How are you in the middle, buddy?
What do you mean? I wasn't in part of any drama. I'm
You said you were
clean.
in the middle.
you did say that.
What do you mean? My slate is clean.
Yeah, Jimmy.
Let's move.
Jimmy, you said
Let's move
literally
away
the
from the
guild?
words.
drama.
What
You
guild are you
said
in
literally the
again,
words. I
Jimmy?
was in the middle, quote unquote. I was in
Alright,
the middle of it.
Jimmy, what
alright.
guild are you in again?
Let's move away from the drama before we get reported by a bunch of other people from guilds. You know.
All right, uh,
Well,
brother Milan.
yeah.
Yep.
Any thoughts on that topic for the drama?
I mean, I wasn't even aware of it like you guys until like much later. And I mean, I think it's blown out of proportion. I don't really have
Hmm.
an opinion because I didn't participate in it and I don't know the
Hmm.
full story. But I mean, I don't know. I'm just indifferent. It is what it is.
At this point, it's so far in the past now.
Yeah. No, I didn't hear about it until like season 2 or like the end of season 1, so I have no really opinion on it.
Yeah, because
Okay.
it's to a point where it's like it's not being used anymore. So it's like, what's the point after that?
Hmm.
I mean, the fact that they were able to pull it off, that takes dedication. Like I don't even think
Right.
yeah.
I don't think I
That-
can do. I can pull off. I cannot pull off that level of organization. No way. And I
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
organize
at
shit for
that
work all the
point, they
time.
were just limit testing, which I think was pretty interesting to see
Hmm.
just how far they could push it, and that takes a lot of
Mhm.
organization.
Where there's a will, there's a way, huh?
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
we could segue here. I mean, actually,
yeah,
Starlord.
yeah,
Starlord hasn't given his opinion.
yeah, brother Star.
About
Do you have any
battlefields?
feeling about that drama? Remember the
You've
EX15
been
map?
pretty quiet.
People changing
I
out teams
mean,
or changing
I
out
really
guild
dislike
members?
I really dislike that map because um at the time a lot well season 1 was interesting. I feel like because at least personally in my guild a lot of people quit right at the beginning of the season. Something
Mhm.
similar happened this season, but I feel like also I saw some people come back into the game, and that was interesting.
Mm.
But Um, I didn't necessarily like it, but looking back on it, realistically, like they were gonna get number one still, and I feel like for most people, the trade-off of losing your activity and possibly your guild chest and all the resources you can get through there is not
Not
worth
worth.
the 500
Mm-hmm.
diamond that, that you'll get
Yeah, there's
from doing
clear
that. And
drawbacks to it for sure.
They did
like,
add
and
this
also just if
season.
you,
They did add if you switch guilds or leave and join a guild, your activity goes with you. Glad that wasn't around back then. Otherwise, I
Yeah.
think it would be a lot more willingness.
Yeah,
yeah,
100%.
Is there anything else you wanted to talk about for BDs, Steven?
I
Whether it was
I
like your
was
guild or anything else?
yeah, I was just gonna kind of explain like my personal guild experience when it comes to this season of battle drills because obviously not really for the people that are listening who probably don't know who I am personally. We last round of battle drills, round 4, we were ranked globally second, and probably some people coming into some people might know who I am because I know I'm active in Analytica or was active in season 1. Season 2, I've been a lot more active when it comes to Radiant. So a lot of people probably don't know who I am. So my personal experience with battle drills, and that's what I wanted to discuss, was pre-season. It's funny. Night Guard has only ever lost 2 battle drills. The first one was the first ever battle drills because they lost to my guild
Oh, you were not in
in
Night Guard.
round 1. I was not in Night Guard. I was in a guild
Mm.
called the Crows. We all jumped ship because the leader left and we went to Night Guard. And we've won every single one in our server except for another one. But season 1 comes along, and between then, round 1 and round 3, we lost half our guild. So by the time season map 3 happened, which is our only other loss, we lost half our guild. Not even kidding, half. We went down from 30 to 15.
Mhm.
And
Holy
so
shit, bro.
yeah, so seeing that, and if you look at this season specific, you look at round 1, we were 13th. Like if you compare it to last season, we were like we ended up ranked 24th or something on that map. And that's because I started to get a lot more into the oh god, my guild hate me for this, but we have a spreadsheet. And the spreadsheet indicates where everyone goes, the map and map assignments. We have a passage team, we have a stronghold team, we have a boss team sheet that I manually update every map
Manually?
manually. That
That's
I
gotta
update
hurt.
with teams for every single stronghold, every single boss. We don't touch I don't touch passage teams. Kind of stays. But through that, that's how we've kind of raised up a bit. So if you look at round 1, 13th, round 2, 7th, round 3, 4th, and obviously now 2nd. Don't believe we're ever gonna get first. Because respect to Lucia, because Lucia's in the call. I don't think we're gonna get it. So, but it's been an interesting journey because I honestly thought that we weren't going to be competitive when it came onto a global scale, and this season has just kind of changed my mind because we've had to obviously through that replace people who are inactive, replace people who don't. If you look, and it's going to sound like I'm very much a villain here, but from a guild and server standpoint, it's going to make a lot more sense. But for a global scale, I'm okay looking like a villain here. We've replaced a lot of people who were inactive, people who we had the assignments of where people needed to do stuff, and they didn't listen. And that's on a consistent basis. We wouldn't just kick people because they made one mistake. People are still making mistakes this round, and they've been here since the start. But it's consistent, like not looking, and other outside battle drills factors comes into how we were replacing people, and that became apparent on that map 3, Song of Strife, where that
on On the whale
Yeah.
map.
No, just before.
Okay.
Because we went all the way down, if I remember, we were ranked 60 something map 1, 70 something map 2. We went down to like 180 something on map 3.
Oh.
And that's where I basically just restructured the guild. And we just started, we had a rule of thumb where we didn't want to recruit from other guilds. That was the point where we like, fuck it, recruit. And it's made a massive difference because we've got a lot of very consistent people and very lovely people in the guild now. I have to say that because they will be listening. Because I will push them and say, "Watch this video." So
more views. I
yeah.
need more views.
Yeah,
So
personally, for me, I feel like I really lucked out with my guild. Shout out to Illuminati. Everyone in my guild puts in a decent amount of effort. They all want to get better. Sometimes if I forget to post something, I'll actually get pinged. They're like, "Hey, what do we do here?" And I'm really
Wasn't
thankful
there
for
someone
that.
that didn't finish story yet? Wasn't
Hmm?
there someone that didn't even finish? Wasn't there someone that didn't even finish story yet? And
Yeah,
Illuminati?
but that doesn't have anything to do with the battle drill. They put in effort when it comes to guild things, and that's what matters to me.
how'd you not finish the story?
Life.
That was my thing. That was my question too.
It's life.
So,
Life happens.
All right,
if we're talking
are we
about
moving on?
guilds and replacing people, how do we feel about? I know my server has been hit hard like
I'd
this.
replace you so fast,
Yeah.
Milan.
Yeah, just like you replaced my
Wait, what?
sentence.
I'd never replace you,
Anyways.
Milan.
Oh,
How do you guys
don't worry,
feel
Milan. We'll
about?
kick D out first before
Yeah.
you.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Sorry, go ahead, Milan.
Yeah.
Ask your question.
How do we feel about like the server is slowly dwindling?
Yeah, that is something that I would like to mention because right now, if you look at my battle drills ranking, I have only 8 guilds in like the top. Well, there's 28 ranked guilds right now. Only 8 of them are my server, and majority of them are below 7 strongholds. So anything that's like hit a boss, it's only 3 guilds.
Oh shit.
You guys are lucky.
We if you look at battle drills, so not battle drills, let's look at Dream Realm for example. If I scroll down on Necro Dragon, which was last week, right?
Mm-hmm.
The amount of people that hit Endless were 118. So our server is quite inactive, and it kind of sucks.
Now let's say server transfer happens. Are you taking your whole guild to a different server, or how would you act if
We
server
would be,
transfers happen?
we would be moving server, but
The
we're
whole
gonna
guild.
move. Because we're gonna probably end up moving to another server that we were with in a district. So some of you might know Ashbjorn. He was
Oh yeah, brother Ash.
Ash was in my district last season, and we're very good of his old guild and now his new current guild that Goth likes to help out with. So we'd move over there because we're very friendly with that guild.
Yeah, brother Ash has always been so nice to me. Brother Ash is the reason I actually
Hey,
joined the
shout out to
Analytica
Ash,
Discord.
man.
I need to catch
I
up with
was
him. I haven't
talking to
talked
him
to him in a
recently.
while. I gotta check in on that guy.
Yeah, but we
I
would move. But the
Hmm.
problem is everyone would move, and then you have empty servers again.
Those servers were close to empty anyway, right?
Yeah, I think merging some of the
I
servers.
was looking forward
is
to
better
the
than
ally
transfer.
server feature, but then very few servers
Yeah.
actually got an ally server.
Yeah.
Do you think your
Oh, that-
server is gonna become allied this time?
Oh, did that
I would be
Probably a
surprised if
bunch of
not.
them,
what
honestly.
servers became allied? I didn't even realize that came out.
My
It-
servers
All
did,
of
but
I
PTR
would
is
say like a
allied now.
handful.
Because my server definitely needs it. Even if we're just ally server with like servers near our server, because I've had a look at them and they are bad, and they could do with the definitely with the competitiveness and the ability to.
Yeah,
join
I
Does
wouldn't
your
know
server
how
still-
I
Does
wouldn't
your
know how they
server
would
still have a
balance or
top 200?
what their
Does your
decision chart
server
is.
still have a top 200 for all
What
of you
in
guys?
arena?
No,
Dream
Dream
Realm.
Realm.
Nope.
Because I think that's the basis
No.
of it. If
Are you
mm,
saying
Uh,
server or district?
yes, no server.
our
'Cause I
server,
think
I
that's
think
the basis of the
ours is
American
Yeah.
market.
170
Yeah, 140 here.
Is that today or
Uh,
yesterday?
yesterday.
yesterday.
Yesterday
Yesterday.
we had 180.
If
Let me
I
look at
even
server
if I
19.
even look at the 28, that's 177.
Mm-hmm.
29th was 176. 170 yesterday.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
our server's
I'm
at
at
140.
175.
You
Mm.
guys got it lucky.
Server
Yeah.
19 still has 200. That's crazy.
Uh,
I didn't think people would want to play on this server
well,
after all the
there's
things that
some
happened here.
sunk cost fallacy on server 19. It's hard to leave.
Realistically, the smartest server combination would probably be my server and Raven's server. Which
Ooh,
I'm convinced that we're gonna get paired up in district next season. Like I'm like convinced.
you and Phoenix gonna merge?
I have a feeling, yeah. I
Is
have a
Phoenix
feeling
gonna
that's what
help
will
your
happen.
guild reborn
No,
from
I
the
think that,
ashes?
I think there's gonna be drama.
Night Ravens? We're having Night
Night
Ravens?
Night
Raven.
Ravens?
If our
I like
servers
the sound of
combine,
that.
that would be fun. Yeah.
Right. Well, I think that's a lot of BD stuff for now.
Yeah.
If anything, we can probably have more in future episodes. Let's talk charms. Brother Star put together a very sick Google sheet. He's shared it in the various Discords he's in.
We'll have it linked in the description.
We'll have it linked in the description. Brother Star, spotlight is on you.
I have a question before Star speaks.
Okay.
Am I allowed to swear on this podcast?
I've already done it.
Yeah.
I
I
think
mean,
we
I
already
already did
did.
it, so
I have
yeah.
thoughts
I
about
think I
the
mean, don't force it
Fine.
in, but if it
the
comes out
new
naturally, it
the
comes out
new
naturally.
Jira
I
system.
have done it at least 4 or 5 times at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I already did it and I
Yeah.
edited, so it's fine.
All right, carry on, Star.
Okay. Anyway, charms. Yeah.
Mythic
First off,
charm.
I'm gonna say I am extremely upset still that we had to wait 63 days to unlock
Yeah.
Mythic Charm.
Yeah, that's annoying.
You had to
Oh, the
wait
plus
I feel
plus?
63
like
days to get
that's the thing.
1/20th of a charm per floor clear.
Yeah.
Exactly. We waited 63 days to take the next 2 to 3 weeks, if not a month, trying to get the sets we actually need. Like,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I couldn't have started this like I don't know at least a week before. I'll take 55 days. I still feel 50 would have been better, but 63? I don't know. It just felt a little bit too long.
Whose
How many
idea
days
was
does it
it to
take?
give just 3 essence per floor clear?
I think doing essence per
Oh
floor
my
clear
god.
was a good idea, just not
yeah.
3. Just not 3.
Yeah, it should have been way more than 3.
They should have
Yeah.
added
Should have
in
been
charms
5.
too, just like last season. The clears for last season, they give a bunch of charms. They should have added that
I
to the
think the
essence
reason
and
was like to make it less RNG reliant on your first clear giving you all the charms you need and then being ahead of everyone else. So I like the decision to give essence instead of charms, but 1/20th of a charm is nothing.
What would be the minimum amount of mythic essence you would like to see per
10.
clear?
half, at least
They
half
should
of a
have at
charm.
least tripled it.
So
Yeah.
9 to 10.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, 9 to 10.
Well,
Yeah, because it was raining when you're clearing a lot, but if you're 40 all, you're
Actually,
Yeah,
getting,
yeah.
both.
After
you're
you
getting
clear everything all,
breadcrumbs.
you just yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because even recycling's not giving us much.
mm-hmm.
I
Isn't
think
it like
last
one?
season, by the time you cleared every floor, you were pretty much done with charms. But now, like, I'm 40 all and I still have so many units that I want charms on.
So many meta units that I still need
Yeah, so
charms
many
on.
meta units that I want charms.
You see, I still haven't gotten Mikola charms, and I've been
I don't have Lily
doing.
charms.
What the fuck?
I need
I've
Sonya
been
charms.
clearing I've been clearing support for the past 2 days, and I still can't get Mikola charms. It's so
Is she
annoying.
on your wish list?
Yup,
I'm not
she's
even
the one
gonna
I'm
talk about
targeting too.
mine.
Mikola
It's
is on
just that they're not
everybody's
giving
wish
me
list,
arcane
Milan,
charms.
if you know what I mean.
I've what the
Wink, wink.
Hey yo.
But yeah,
I think it's
Anyway,
exaggerated.
let's dive into the actual charms. What's your favorite star, or what do you think's hot?
oh, clearly, Soren, Arcane
The man,
Charms.
the myth, the legend.
Dude, 1 second deflective swing, 90% damage reduction on a 1 second cooldown. Awesome. The only thing limiting is the casting animation, but besides that, he's tanky, he deals a lot of damage. There's a couple of really interesting interactions that are possible now this season because of Charms giving 5 skill power or 5 ultimate power.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I could give you.
Charm's
Sorry,
got
go
a
ahead, Milan.
Charm's got a huge boost this season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's definitely nice.
What I
Definitely, they
don't
are a lot stronger than last season.
What do you guys
The
think about the charms having the seasonal skills in them, compared to like last week, last season, where the characters themselves had the seasonal skills?
I prefer the
Uh,
seasonal skills, I'm not gonna lie.
I think it was a
I
weird
like it
way
this
to go
way.
about it, but I ain't super mad about it. It wasn't that hard to unlock. Like,
I
the
think I
purple charm.
preferred the seasonal skills, but like yeah, it's not something worth complaining about.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I am okay with them being like just make it more compact and they come both together instead of like. But realistically, if you think about it, it was stronger when Charms had a bonus, like the stack Rogue. The Rogue stat last season could give you a stack that will give you, I think it was an attack bonus that would stack up to 3 times. You could have the 3 little swords. I remember in Dream Realm, to get a good run with Snow Stomper, you had to get Lily Maid to kill the snowman 3 times to get the
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
maximum amount. Like that was a fun interaction. You could do that now. You can't, right?
By fun interaction,
So
do you
and
mean hitting that RNG slot machine?
yeah, no, I like
That's my definition of
quote
fun.
unquote fun, right? It's Dream Realm.
And there was
Come
no
on, we
skip
all know
button,
Dream Realm.
so you had to watch it. You had to watch it
Yeah.
through.
It's just RNG, man. And
Mm.
uh, what I dislike about it is that you're locking an advantage, the upgrade of a skill behind RNG on charms. At least with season skills, it was by level that it would be unlocking the upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that would make it more fair because if you are maybe not exactly free to play, because free to play won't waste their diamonds as much, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, they don't have all the options. They don't have as many instant buys as other people that have higher VIP levels. But resonance has been the one way you can compete against people that maybe have higher paragons or better investment, but they don't play as much. So, you know, that was fair.
Yeah.
I dislike that now it's more RNG because you need to get a full charm set. Like if
Mm.
for the past week you had like 2 mythic charms on Pesto, but one red, one on the top, you still had the same mythic legendary bonus, and that could put you behind. And you don't even get the bonus because now
Yeah, I
the
dislike
way
the set
charms work,
bonuses.
now it's
Mm.
set bonus. And if it was like okay, insight charms, if I have 2 insight and 1 sorcery, and I still get 3 skill power instead of the bonus for the 5, I'd be fine with that. That's very fair. But
Yeah.
completely making them useless on any stat bonus until you get all 3 of them, I don't know. That doesn't feel very good. Besides
Yeah.
that, I'm very happy with the charms this season because it's one of my favorite mechanics in this game. If you've seen the list, a lot of thought, a lot of testing, a lot of information went into it, and a lot of time. Eh, I even talked with Milan. I could tell you he helped me brainstorm on a couple of them that I didn't feel like I had enough experience on to really make a call.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm.
I don't have Dino. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, I know the best charms for him. I
Yeah,
had
we
to talk
boycott
with people
Dino.
that use him.
No, I don't
I
boycott
had to
Dino.
talk with people and come up with, see what would be the best. And
Mm.
I think that, for example, overall in general, like on the list, sorcery should be the best because it ups his buffs, all his damage. His ultimate will make it so every single one of his spears hits like the final one, basically, instead of hitting for, I think it was like 190 or 170, something like that. It'll be like 260, 265%, and the final one is 270.
Mm.
So even
Well,
harder, all your auto attacks, like your skills will hit, everything will be stronger. Now,
mm,
if the only thing, let's say you're trying to min max with your Dino is the EX skill, like the Celestial Spear,
mm-hmm.
maybe you would want to use something like, I think he has Butcher Charm, not Butcher, Titanic, right?
Mm.
I can have a
Let me
look.
check right.
All right. Well,
Uh,
while he's taking a look, let's
He
let's go around
does.
the circle and
he
say
is
which charms
Titanic.
helped our accounts the most. Oh, you already
It's
found it?
yeah. I mean, I
Oh, go
already
ahead.
made it. It's Diana, of course. I had it up. Yeah. So
Yep.
he has Gale, Sorcery, Glory, Vigorous, and Titanic.
So, as I said, overall, I feel like sorcery is the best one just to amplify everything in his kit. But if you're just focusing it on the EX burst of deleting basically the whole team, maybe you're pairing him with Harak, and it's like, you need that first kill so that way Harak goes crazy. Titanic
Mm.
is probably better because you get higher attack and then you have higher crit chance, and that's just a nuke.
Yeah, I like that
And
aspect where you have different play style of units depending on like what charm set you have on. I just wish it was easier to switch charm sets like in battle or something.
Yeah, that
I
that
wish
was a complaint I
formations
had
would
last
save
season.
charm. I wish formations
Mm,
would save charms.
yeah.
Like that way you could just the DR1 has all the best like Dream Realm charms, and then the PvP like for arena. I guess not arena, friendly duels or Supreme Arena would have the charms that's for that.
Mm-hmm.
At least the
Mm.
good thing is, compared to last season, we don't have to wait to change charms. Having to wait to change charms was so bad last
Yeah.
season.
Yeah, that made no sense to me
Oh,
last season. Like, why?
'Cause you could have auto-equipped the wrong charm set and it would have been dead for you for like what, 3 days or a week that you had to wait? It was bad.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
bad. It was a day. I think it was a 24
24
hour burst.
hour. Yeah, yeah.
20, yeah.
No, it was brutal.
so going back
Well,
to
to
what D
swap
asked, like
charms.
you asked the
What
priority
charm helped
on
your account
charms,
the
right?
most this season? Like for me, I think it was Talene getting blast charms. That's
You just
that's
talked
really
over
when I started
Star.
juicing. Huh?
Star asked the
He doesn't
question.
like me like that, man. He doesn't love me
Wow.
anymore.
Whoa,
You don't
D.
love me no more.
No, I wanted to give an example so that everyone can know what I'm talking about.
Are we talking most impactful that like I've seen?
Yeah, which helped your account the most?
I
For
mean,
me, it's my my Luca for some reason deciding to have 3 ruthless charms when I bought his kit.
Hmm.
Yeah, you know
that's a
the
nice
new
one.
season, the new season where you get to buy the 3 sets of
Yeah,
charms.
the store, the
I
chest.
got all 3 of Lucas charms as ruthless.
Oh, I know someone that got all arcanes from that for Sonja.
Oh,
Really?
Oh,
Damn.
that was brother Sethi.
Yeah, Stephanie got all 3 arcanes.
I got 3 vigorous. Yay.
Yeah. I mean, I think going back to like the single most impactful charm, it has to be Ludovic on King Croker. Like that is
Mm.
yeah,
insane the damage that
Uh-huh.
does.
Oh
yeah, that
yeah.
damage
I'd
is
say just
insane.
Ludovic in general. If I'm
Well,
Yeah.
not wrong, Ludovic
that
right
was
now puts
his
Meta on
insight
6
charm,
bosses.
right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
insight.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for next.
I
Yeah.
think that was the first one I got.
It was for
First full
me.
set.
I was like doing it, and I was like, how does he have so much damage? And I check his damage. I'm like, why is Ludwig doing that much?
Yeah.
Because I
Mm-hmm.
have like charms and all the important units at this point. Like I have Talene, Mikola, Shakir, Pesto, Smokey, Alsa, Lily May. Ludwig's
Mm-hmm.
the next one. I have Harak as well.
Mm.
Ludwig's the next one. And then I
You
think that's
have what
pretty
on
much
Alpha
all of them.
Overloaded?
On who? Alsa? Yeah. I just got that today actually.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
that should help you on in the DR unless Harak decides to eat
It
your
did.
alpha first.
It did. I think he is. But something I wanted to mention is this refining stuff.
Yeah. When that's coming out next update, right?
I heard it was next season.
Oh, aren't we
Next
gonna lose our
one.
charms next season?
Yep. There was
It's
something that
coming
was
out after
mentioned.
you're gone.
Yeah, it was something mentioned in my guild chat that this is actually a mechanic coming out next season, but it's in this season for some reason.
As a tease,
Interesting.
Sneak peek, of course.
the
I'm
classic
so
sneak peek.
excited.
Because I mean, there would have been a way to get these. I don't know what they. There would have been a way by now to get them, or that we'd all know how to get them, but there's no information on it. I'd imagine
I feel like
you have to get every charm
one of the
unlocked
most
or something.
one of the most impactful charms right now is probably the mythic set on Shakir, like you were showing right now.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like the amount of attack, the increase on the damage on whatever team he's in with that is crazy.
Plus having the mystic set as well to make his skill that
Yeah,
much
no,
more
the
stronger.
Mystic
the
set's the
5
purple
skill
claw, yeah?
power.
Yes,
Yep,
it's insane. I mean, it was insane last season, but it's so insane.
it's even crazier now.
Yeah, like the moment you got the mystic charms on him and Rainier, to be fair, everything just went like a Gatling gun.
Gatling gun.
It's really interesting to see the changes this season because I feel like charms last season didn't make that much sense.
No, didn't.
You could have DPS
Okay, this has
units
to
that
stop.
didn't really have many.
I just autoed Mikola charms again for the third day in a row, and I still haven't gotten any arcane charms.
Did you do it
Honestly,
one at a time, or did you do all zip?
I did it one at a time.
Oh, okay.
And I still.
Craft
It's
them up.
crazy. I
Yeah.
have
You,
all
you
the
have
sets
enough to craft it.
except arcane. I have
Craft
all
them
the
up.
sets instead of arcane. I don't
Yeah, have
have
you tried
enough.
being
Wait,
lucky?
wait, wait, wait.
You'll
Wait,
be able
okay,
to
wait. No, I
craft
do have enough.
them.
Okay.
You'll
Funnily
be able
enough,
to craft
last
them after the
season,
weekly reset.
yeah, last season, what was so funny for me is that I actually went and got every single charm on every single unit. Like that was my goal: get all the good ones and then get every charm. Because I don't know if I did it mostly in Analytica, so D is probably aware of what I was doing. But I was like doing so much testing near the end of the season of like the different like charms and like making minor changes to see if damage increase happened. Like
Yeah.
it was curious to see.
Phoenix, what was your most impactful charm of the season so far?
Day one, I got Tassie's set, and the P4 guy in my district did not see me coming.
Tassie said blast?
Oh, whatever the PvP one is, the ultimate
Sorcery.
power.
Yeah,
Yeah,
blast.
sorcery. Yeah.
Oh, sorcery.
I think it was sorcery. I can look at it.
Blast is attack ultimate power, I believe,
Yeah.
and sorcery is skill ultimate. I
think it was skill ultimate. No,
Could be
never mind. It
blast.
was blast. It was blast.
Yeah.
Yeah. And ever since then, I have been eating shit Enduras every day.
I think I'm mostly maxed out in Duras now, which is quite nice.
I finished all the floors. I'm eating shit in terms of getting the charms I need.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the floors from what is it, like floor 25 to 40? I think they were easier than the last batch of floors, to be honest. Like I didn't really have too much trouble.
There were definitely some floors that I think were a problem. Like one of my friends were mentioning like one of them was difficult. I think it was the Midnight Warrior one. And he's like complaining about it, and I go and look at mine, I'm like, I didn't even realize why I did it.
Yeah, no, there was some that was actually really hard, but I think in general they were a lot easier for sure.
They did feel that way. Completely agree.
Let's go to you had a big question on your Q&A sheets. You want to address that one? Steven?
Yeah, let me get it up.
Hate that guy who asked the question.
Yeah, that guy was. Oh, I got more response now. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, so we will go with the not so good ones first. First one is favorite cat breed.
Cat
Favorite
breed?
cat food?
Yeah,
You say favorite cat food?
breed.
Breed.
Oh, breed.
Lena. Okay, next question.
I like Sphinx cats. Is that the hairless cats? That way you can dress them up.
Yeah,
Those are fun.
I like a ginger tabby.
Mm. Orange cats are the most fun.
Okay, so actually, gameplay questions. Here we are.
Mhm.
What do you think about the event shops? Mainly that there is no grind for better rewards that cost more, or even the lack of rewards.
The what event shop?
Just the event shops in general.
Oh,
Oh yeah, we addressed that a little bit earlier, but
Yeah, we did.
we're always gonna want more essences forever and ever.
Yeah, yeah.
The super bottleneck.
It's the main
Yeah.
thing that we need.
I mean, I both like and don't like how you could just finish an event in like a day or two. Like Titan Reaver. Finish that in like 2 hours and then never touch it again. So I
Yeah.
think there should be more engagement like that, but I don't think they should time lock it or anything.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. I think more global events would be nice. Like that's one thing they haven't done yet. Is like
Mhm.
made like compared to so I played AFK Arena. I was very early doors on AFK Arena.
Mm.
There was so many like I think ended up being global events. They should definitely add
I
a
wanted Clash
consist-
Fronts to be global.
I wanted Clash Royale to be global.
It is
Mhm.
so boring in just a district. We already know who the strongest guilds are.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like we there was there were two guilds that were 106 and there were two guilds that were 103. Everyone is either 100 and below.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so question, here's the big one. The guy that we don't like, also known as Pookie Fish.
Oh
My glorious leader.
no, I like Pokefish.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you made
mention
our
It's in our guild
Yeah.
mission to not like our leader.
Oh,
so
okay. All
there's a
my homies hate
three-part
Pokefish.
it's a three-part question, so we're gonna do it as a three-part. So we're gonna ask one question each. The upcoming changes mentioned more tools being added for guild leaders. What do you think these changes will actually end up being? And if you had a blank check for the developers, what features would you like to see added for leaders? Lastly, would being able to see your guild members' roster/units be something too invasive or reasonable and should be considered? So we'll start with the first one. What do we think these changes are actually going to be? I think one will probably be the access to be able to see Battle Drill stamina. I think that's going to be one. I
Mhm.
definitely think that's going to be one. But like that's the only one I think would make sense to have. I think there's definitely should be some others. Being able to see, just being able to see like where people are ranked in certain content without having to scroll down and look through everybody. It doesn't necessarily have to be added, but it would be something that's more like quality of life that would be quite nice to see, rather than something that's like leaders should be able to see this sort of stuff.
Mhm.
I think being able to see people's formations in supremacy should definitely be something, or being able to
Mhm.
see replays in that, so you can see like what people are using. And now with there being a new formation, like in, what 5 days before the end,
Mhm.
I think one thing I don't understand is guild chests. I think there should be like a way to see, like those bonus chests you get. I don't completely understand them. I think we should be able to see how we get them because
Oh,
it's
Yeah.
like
yeah, no, more
By the
details.
way,
Like
isn't
that's really needed
isn't
everywhere in this
there?
game. They don't really explain much.
Doesn't it says where how to get guild chests? Like you get 40 from doing the mission, the quest, and then
It's not
isn't there a certain
exact
amount
though.
you?
Like it just says really
Mm-hmm.
vague stuff.
it literally just those the public chest pool ones that you get at the end of the week that just randomly show up.
Mm-hmm.
It would be nice to see how many chests, like you can see how many people contribute. Being able to see them from the start as well as nice, like the bonus ones that carry over.
Mhm.
Mm.
Uh, what features would we like to see when it comes to guild leaders and stuff?
I
That's the
think
second
they
one.
should just let me weave the account passwords for all my members, link credit card
Yeah.
info,
Yeah.
all that.
Me too, honestly. I don't think any of
Uh,
the whales would mind. They
yeah,
have enough money to share.
Oh my god.
like
So
they should share their currency with me. Like I should
Mhm.
it should be like a guild pool of dragon crystals,
okay.
stargazers, and stuff like that.
I think
It's for the
for
guild to share, you know?
yeah, I
Yeah.
I think for Clash Front, being able to dictate where people go would be a nice addition.
Yeah, being able to
Mm.
deploy them yourselves
Yeah,
is
like
Mhm.
they
a
just
shame.
supply the units. They think of it like they're the privates in the army, and you're the captain, and you're like, all right, this unit go here.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yes,
Yep, I agree.
something I would like. I mean, outside of like the battle drill features where you could like actually show what tasks to do in the in-game stuff, so you don't have to rely on like Discord and images and stuff like that. You could just do it in game. Something that
Yeah,
I've seen,
Mhm.
I don't remember where it was, but like a board in the guild hall that has
yeah,
like assignments or something where I could like set certain like
like a
objectives
little
on there.
thumbtack board.
Yeah. Something that I could put up there, and then people could go and see.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah,
nice.
that board is just going to be filled with Lumont quotes for
Yeah,
Ravens.
yeah.
Don't forget I hate Pookie. Don't forget that one.
Yeah, that one too.
Right, and then the last question,
Oh
and
wait,
I
I have
already.
something for question 2.
Oh, okay.
So, I got to go to the developer meetup, and one thing I said to the developers directly is, for the battle drill maps, guild leaders and or vices should be able to mark the map. At the
Yeah.
very least, they should mark the
Mhm.
path or mark the towers to prioritize, or even better, just draw directly on the map or something.
Oh
Maybe
god,
not
there's gonna be
completely
so many
free.
penises.
Yeah, like maybe not like completely free drawing because
They should let us block off paths for certain members so they can only go a
Yeah,
specific way.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
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 like some indicate, like if we can just do at least the very minimum indicators on battle drills, that'd be amazing.
yeah. Like the
So
new
that was my
stuff
that was
they
my
added
number
in
2.
like World of Warcraft just added ping feature like last
Mhm.
season.
Mhm.
It'd be nice to have it over here.
Mhm.
Okay,
Hmm.
going on to the third question, I think
Yep.
seeing people's rosters isn't that bad as long as you know what you're doing. Because I've
Yeah.
seen an account of a Wales account that has a P2 plus 25 walker.
Yeah.
That's
Nice.
crazy.
That's nice.
Right?
Like that's
Yeah.
I see no
crazy.
problem with
I
this.
mean, I think it should be a toggle, like a toggle option, like an account setting, so people
Mhm.
can choose if they want their accounts to be seen or not by their leaders or even their friends.
I
But at the same
mean,
time,
Mhm.
that might lead to guilds being like, "Oh, unless you turn that option on, we're not gonna let you in our guild."
yeah. I mean, I know people who literally told me like they won't post their boxes in like a public Discord or like just like even in our own guild Discord because they don't want people knowing sort of what they have because they maybe didn't build certain units or they chose to build others like Jimmy was
Lucia
talking
is
about.
correct. What we do when screening members is ask them for a proxy request and we see their box that way.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
I mean I do
Mhm.
think it's needed though.
The only thing we do as a guild is we just say you have to have Discord. We
Same
make it
here.
a
Mhm.
Just
minimum
be active.
because originally it wasn't a necessity. Like we said, it would be nice if people had Discord, and then when like I mentioned previously in the battle drill section, we lost half our guild. At that point, that's when I made Discord mandatory. So we say if people who were in the guild, you have a week to join the Discord. If you don't join the Discord, we're gonna kick you. Everybody
Mm.
joined.
Mhm.
Everybody joined.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Because at that point, it was like we're telling people what to do and people aren't listening. We're like, all right, join it or go, and everyone joined. We
Mhm.
didn't have to. We didn't have to. We've only ever had to kick one person out of the guild uh, for not having a Discord, and coincidentally, they left before I could kick them. So
Mm.
Everyone in guild should put on a Lumont picture or we'll kick them.
Mhm.
True. Shout out Church
Your
of
full guild.
Lumont all day, every day.
why don't you
I still
change your
didn't get that
guild
full
name?
one pick.
Well,
Like the guild's name is Ravens, and they're all about Lemon. Change the name.
I've
Yeah,
been
No,
put
it's
some wings
pushing
on
for
Lumont.
that.
Put some
Pokies
raven wings
like
on
pushing for
Lumont's
that.
like horns.
Hmm.
Ravens is a well-known name. Other people know us as Ravens, but other people also know us as the Church
The
of Lamont.
Lamont Guild.
Yeah. They
The Lamont
at
Guild,
that
yeah.
point, they should just change it to Church of Lamont.
I
Yeah.
Unless
agree.
he's not a real follower.
He is a fake.
Mm. We should have a revolt against
I agree.
the guild leader.
Could do.
Yeah.
I'll stage one, don't worry. I'll
Whenever
do
he's
it right now.
asleep is when we revolt.
Yep.
Hmm.
We revolt by killing the boss while he's asleep.
That's a good one. Well, is there any more questions, Steven?
Not on my sheet, no. But I think a good question that could be handed out is as I mentioned earlier, global event. Should we get a global event, and what should it be?
Now, when you say global event, so the servers are a little bit segmented, like the Vietnam servers, the S servers,
Yeah.
and the G servers. How would, by global event, would we combine
Yeah,
all
like
three?
within no, like within the global, one within the
One within the S's, one within
yeah.
PTR, and one within VN?
I think PTR and S is fine, but
I think PTR should be a part of S. It's
I
very
think
tough
you
for
could
them.
either
They
have
can't
it.
even add friends from S servers.
No, I think you make it within these sort of sections, or you make it all encompassing.
Hmm.
But the question is like what? Like AFK Arena had like a PvP event. It was like the top 10 of your arena. So I guess in this case it would be top 5 would qualify for
Mhm.
a large scale PvP event. And it would like you'd get auto assigned to a bracket. You'd have 3 teams that you would use in the bracket, and then the winners would go into a full scale like elimination bracket until you win. And the big part about it was you could actually bet at that point it was gold on who would win and who would win basically. It was like
That's
a
cool.
full scale thing.
No, I would love for that to come to this game too.
The
That
only
would be
problem would be
awesome.
obviously the people. I think the top 5 qualification makes sense, but people would obviously complain like, "Oh, only the whales are going to be able to do it. Only the biggest whales with P4 units are going to be at the top." But the thing is it's not like you could see other people's formations. You could only see your own, and it was completely blind, if I remember. So it was quite
Yeah.
interesting.
I mean, yeah, it is gonna be whale dominated, but like everything is at this point.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, I mean, that's the kind of game we signed up for.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there was a game I played like when I was little. So say I started when I was 12. It's called Tynon. It's a very old game, and the similar event they had was there was everybody could join if they wanted to, and you basically within an hour you auto fought 60 battles. To my brain's going, it's too early for me. To you fight 60 battles, the people with the highest win loss ratio would go into I believe it was a 128 bracket, and it would go down to whoever won. And the winner would get a crown, which means they would take 5% more damage next time around.
Oh,
And you
what? The winner got debuffed?
they would get like a unit you could only get from that. You could get it from being high
Wow.
PvP, but it was the only it was the VIP. Sorry, it was the only other way of getting it, apart from being high VIP or being extremely lucky outside the game, was to get it through that. And every time you'd win, you get a crown. And every fight you fought within the elimination bracket, if you want to fight, you would get that debuff as well,
Oh.
to make it so the people who were lower level had a chance to somehow come back. So the maximum went up to was like a best of 11. So you could win 5 fights. You'd be 30% debuffed, take 30% more damage, and the other person could just come and beat you 6 times and win somehow.
Wow.
But it made it interesting because
That's
um
cool.
it was something everyone came together for, and everyone, again, there was a betting system in that as well, because people would just sit there and watch it happen. Although, to be fair, Tynon was very time gated. Things happened at certain times, which we know that's how that's happened in the past. Not everyone's happy with it, so you could always make it so it was a span of a couple of days. But it was quite interesting that the whole game came together, sat there, betted on people, and just fucking laughed and had a good time. It was, that game had a very strong sense of community. And it was a very small game, so everyone would, it would literally, the entire server would be sitting in game, talking in global chat, and having a good time about who was winning, who was losing.
Yeah, that sounds
So
fun, honestly.
it's something I
Mm-hmm.
suggested during the what was it? It was the preseason 2 stuff where you could sign up. I forget what it was called.
The
Pioneer.
servers.
Pioneer. So yeah, I suggested it in Pioneer, but I didn't get any responses on it. But I thought mentioning it here would be a worthwhile thing because it would be interesting. It's just another form of event that, on a global scale, could be quite interesting. Even if you have it within servers or districts, it would be
That
quite.
makes sense.
I think have it within servers would make the most sense, but it would be
Imagine
interesting to
server
have it.
19 versus server 1. That would be like
Yeah,
so fun to
Oh,
watch.
hey,
Everyone in one
we're gonna
global
make that
chat.
pay-per-view, okay?
because what you could have
Everyone being
then.
in one global
No, no,
chat.
no. So if you do it here, you could have it where every person, if you do it within server and you get a crown on the server, you then qualify for a global version of it.
Hmm.
And that way, the way you can do it is every winner, ignoring crowns, but every winner goes into a global version. So
Hmm.
you could see that you constantly would see different people.
Mm-hmm.
So it wouldn't just be the same people up there the whole time. Let's say I win the first one, and then say Kaiju, who some people might know here, wins, who's in my server, who's a P4 guy. Then he would go next. I might win again. Next, somebody in my server called Audrey might go up the next time. It creates a would be quite fun.
Yeah, that sounds very interesting. I think there's a lot of good concepts they can do, and I hope they just pick one, you know, throw it out as beta, and then just do something, and then just have a
Yeah,
baseline to start
yeah,
working on it.
exactly.
So I think we've talked a lot. This
Hmm.
podcast episode's been a pretty long one. I think we should close it off. Do you have any closing remarks?
Yeah, so today we had our community news. We had our hero spotlight, Sonja. We talked in depth about BD. We talked charms. If you ever have charm questions and you see Star Lord, just tell him what's up. Um, the Q&A was very fun. Shout out to Pokey. And um, let's end the podcast with everyone saying who they think is gonna win the Analytica friendly duel tournament. I'll start it off, and then we'll just go down the list of the order we see in Discord. I'm gonna say Esoteric's gonna win.
Wow.
Phoenix,
So
Wait, is it in progress already? Has it not
it
started yet?
is.
it's in progress.
Like, is there a updated bracket?
No,
Is everyone still in it?
everyone is still in it, but I think
Everyone
only
is
the top
okay.
the
Okay,
top
okay.
two qualify. Which someone has made it so I don't qualify.
Oh,
I wonder who did that.
Mm-hmm.
I
Hmm.
I personally think Jake is gonna get it.
I
Ooh.
think
Mm,
I think Free Run might, but that's just because of their power. I don't think Milan's gonna win because he knocked me out. But
oh,
Oh,
it'd be interesting. I think because Paragons don't matter, it could be anybody's game really.
hmm,
It's all about positioning.
But shout out to Rem, Group 7. I think he'll win.
nice. So we got Jake and
mhm.
Freyren, almost the same people. We got Esoteric, and
I
what was
changed
that
my
again,
answer.
Phoenix?
Milan's gonna win.
Rem?
Rem?
Thank you,
Rem
Steven.
is
Reminisce?
Remy?
Rem.
Remy?
A Remy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. We also have
Ooh,
Lucia
Remy is
saying
a good
Himmel.
one.
Milan's
We
gonna
have
win.
Himmel.
Milan's gonna win. If Milan
Oh,
wins, I'll say something nice about him on the pod immediately after the win.
Good job, you spent money.
Hmm.
Nah, I mean,
Well, I think that's it for this week.
wow, no one thinks who I'm gonna win, or
No.
who I think is
Oh,
gonna
I
win.
believe in you.
Steven's rooting for
Wow.
you.
I believe in you, Milan.
I'm not
you don't
rooting
think
for
you'll
them.
win? I
I
didn't
didn't
think you'll
say
have
that.
someone else because you
The
want
only
yourself
one
to
that needs
win.
to believe you're gonna win is you.
Milan beat me. I'm sorry.
Nah, it's gonna be a fun tournament. We'll see.
Honestly, I might join it if another one happens.
I will be
It looks
joining
fun.
it when it happens.
If you join us, Star Lord, I'm rooting for you.
I will root for you
I'll
too.
show everybody.
We're gonna make
My
a
people
documentary
Glendia will
about your
carry me.
tournament.
like they like the you know the YouTube people that like look over people's like past.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
It's gonna be Star Lord's first.
Yeah.
Star Lord was born on
Yeah.
like in this place, and he didn't
Our
have it
our
well up.
podcast clickbait's gonna be like 60-minute interview with Star Lord.
The birth of Star-Lord? Home
Star-Lord?
country.
You see, I was Paragon
Was
disadvantage.
born on a dark and gloomy day in the
Yeah,
middle
it
of
was.
nowhere.
Wait,
Yeah.
and then when he was born, the sun came out and the world was peaceful.
Until his
I woke.
alter ego came out, and then it went dark.
Mm.
Well,
The day
That's
he
when
was
um,
born, the world went quiet.
that's
Dang,
when I was
think-
hit by a truck and I reincarnated as Soren in AFK Journey.
Oh, no.
Oh, the
I got
isekai?
truck
Isekai
kun,
too?
bro.
Truck is
Oh.
the real winner of every tournament.
Wait, I have an
Mhm.
image for this. Give me a second.
You've seen those ads where it's like I was walking. Don't get close to him. He's like level 10, and then I like transform and get the Aaron skin. Max level with his EX ability. Oh my god.
Alright, there's the
HK
truck
Journey.
image. That's Star Lord.
Yeah.
Um,
This is my
Beautiful.
favorite image.
all right.
Put it up
You
on
know,
the
All right,
screen,
talked a
guys.
Danny.
lot.
Any
Thanks
final
to
shout outs?
everybody that's here. Thanks to everybody that's here. You know, the podcast has grown a lot in the past week. Thanks to all of you and the viewers. Hope you like and subscribe.
I've got
Go
one
on,
final shout
your
out.
turn. Oh no, okay, after
Bye.
him. Then you wait. No,
Oh,
not yet,
oh,
not yet. After him.
Wow, Milan.
wow.
Steven, our esteemed guest, who would you like to shout out? Or what would
I'd
you like
like,
to shout out?
I'd like to. It's going to be one of my guildies who I think is horrible and should leave the guild. Shout out to Allura.
Nice.
Oh,
I always
giving
make fun of her,
shout-outs?
so it's fine.
These shout
Yeah.
outs.
okay. Shout out to Metal for making the visual guide for the charms. You're the
Yeah.
best, man.
Metal,
Shout out to
Metal's good.
Yeah, no, Metal's good. Shout out to Velhira from my guild. She made the sheet. That's gonna be in the description. It's beautiful. And also just shout out to who else? Brother Ash, you know, he was mentioned. I
Brother
hope he comes
Ash.
in and listens to this.
Yeah, he lost to me in season 1. Let's go.
Yeah, Brother Ash.
I beat him so hard he swapped guilds.
Oh, Phoenix. Shout out.
Shout out to Ravens, the best guild in the world.
Hot.
Shout
Milan.
out, no shout out to Church of Lamont.
I shout out to Ravens, the
Chichalena.
best guild in the world. It's the same thing.
Milan.
Shout out to my guild, to Radiant, they've helped me a lot. And to my vice leaders, Saves and Ale also. They're great.
Shout out to you
That
guys for
we'll have
having me
next
on.
week.
Yeah. Sneak peek.
I appreciate coming on, so shout out to you guys.
Yeah, thanks for
Thank
joining
you.
us.
Thank you. Thank you
Yep,
so
if
much
you
for
ever want,
joining
you can
us.
pop in next week too.
I can do if it's not this early.
Spoiler alert, might be.
Yeah.
But
Who's
no,
gonna
you
tell
still
him?
brought the energy, and I'm very thankful. Shout out to all our guests. Shout out to our viewers. Of course, remember to like, comment, subscribe. This week, comment what charms helped your account the most, since we answered that as well. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Mulan, Ridu on the bye.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Bye.
Brexit.
Bye.
Bye.